Let's move on to George Santos. George Santos has been indicted via the New York Times, as well as the Daily Mail. He surrendered to authorities at the federal court on Long Island Wednesday morning. This is a U.S. congressman, of course, from Long Island. After being indicted on 13 federal charges, Eastern District of New York unsealed the indictment today, 24 hours after he appeared to have no idea that he was even being charged. 7 counts of wire fraud, money laundering, making false statements, public funds theft. And it appears to cover just, a whole span of activity when he ran for Congress in 2020, when he ran for Congress this last time and won, taking people's public donations allegedly for his campaign and allegedly using them for private funds like his suits, lying about his whole, where all of them, just the list, half the stuff he got accused of publicly about a year ago has now come out as criminal. You know what? I got to say, I like this prosecution. Am I wrong, Jonna?
I hate to admit it, you're probably not wrong. He is a Republican and he's an unlikable guy. We've known from the get-go that he lied on his resume. Now it seems to have gone well beyond that. We can't tolerate that from a Republican or a Democrat. So we're going to have to see how this plays out. But he doesn't have a lot of support from either side, right? So he's probably going to go down fairly easily is my guess, but I don't know. This is brand new, so we'll have to wait.
Just to fill it in a little, David, they say he, at the height of the pandemic in 2020, he allegedly applied for and received unemployment benefits while he was fully employed and running for Congress. He, during his second run for Congress, pocketed campaign contributions and used that money to pay down personal debts and buy designer clothing. Again, these are allegations. He'll have the chance to defend them. At the time, he was getting these unemployment benefits. He was pulling in $120,000 a year from his Florida-based investment firm and so on. Then they say he told a political consultant to inform donors their contributions were to elect him to Congress. That led at least 2 donors to transfer $25,000 to his campaign bank account. He then took those funds, transferred them to his personal bank account, and used them for personal expenses. They go on, the indictment says he overstated the income he got from one firm and altogether failed to disclose the income he got from an investment firm during his first campaign. He did the same thing during his second run for Congress, on and on and on. This is the same guy who, remember he said his mother, he said she died on 9/11. That she was in her office in the South Tower on September 11th. And then he said, she passed away a few years later when she lost her battle to cancer, suggesting, the fumes from Ground Zero. Then he claimed on Twitter, 9/11 claimed my mother's life. Okay, well, which is it? Was she there on 9/11 and died? Was it the fumes and the toxic waste? No, it was neither, because public employment records show only one employer for Santos's mother. It was Imports by Rose, a company based in Queens, not Lower Manhattan, that closed in 1994. 1994 was well before 2001, September 11th. And there's also, this is quoting from a Vanity Fair or Forbes piece. I have both as sources. There's also the awkward matter of documents indicating the mother was in Brazil on the day of the attacks. She wasn't there at all. That's just one example.
Megyn, if I were defending him, I may well be looking into an insanity plea at this point. He's so off the charts with these claims, and they're so obviously false on so many levels. That may be a good defense for him. But Megyn, contrast this, however, with this speed and ferocity with which these charges have been filed. Contrast it with Hunter Biden. His ongoing, 5, 6 year, 7 year investigation into also obvious wrongdoing. They have the goods on him. They're dragging their feet forever. And for some mysterious reason, I'm sure it's not politics, he has not even been charged. So, hey, Merrick Garland, I know you're bitter from not making it to the Supreme Court, but come on. Let's see a little fair and balanced administration of justice. We are not seeing that here at all.
It's a great point, David, because this is a federal prosecution. This is that's under Merrick Garland's purview, as is the Hunter Biden thing. They've got Hunter Biden on tape admitting he did some of these things, and yet they can't make that case.
Exactly. They've got the document he signed to buy a gun. We obviously falsified information. It's right in front of them. They're just dragging their feet and just throwing it on the back burner and hoping it all goes away. Nothing.
And you've got the president of the United States weighing in on that case, saying he did nothing wrong. Really? Maybe you should keep your mouth shut about a potential criminal investigation of a family member. But no, he didn't. Sure, you could go to Brazil or Colombia and get some work done to your face, but You don't need to do that. You see, you can make yourself look great right from the comfort of your own home thanks to Genucel and the final week of their Mother's Day sale. Look years younger right before your eyes. Here's a real review from Genucel.com. Claire writes, I absolutely love Genucel. My skin feels so good, tighter, younger, with a more even tone. And I only used it for a week. My advice for everyone, take a before picture. Her husband Jim writes in saying he loved it too. Nothing works like Genucel because it's a family recipe for over 20 years made by a compounding pharmacist in small batches and always safe, cruelty-free, and natural. Now, go to Genucel.com/MK60 and save over 70% off Genucel's most popular package. That's all their best stuff during their Mother's Day sale. Every most popular package features their ultra retinol and dark spot corrector on top of all the other good stuff. You get that as well. Don't wait. Go to Genucel.com/MK60, Genucel.com/MK60, and you will get a complimentary spa essentials box with every package order for just one more week, plus free upgrade to priority shipping. GENUCEL.com/MK60. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.